Hello, and welcome to another edition of Conspirator Brock's Pull List. This is my pull list for the week of July 1st, 2015. So let's get right into it. First up on the pull list is American Vampire Second Cycle number 8. Yeah, number 8. I really love American Vampire. Scott Snyder's work on this has been fantastic. Just a really great book overall. It doesn't come out on... It comes out sporadically, but that's because he's writing a whole bunch of other stuff, so I don't mind that he's made it clear that it's not going to be on like a regular schedule. So, but looking forward to reading American Vampire Second Cycle number 8. The next up on the pull list we have Detective Comics number 42. I haven't actually gotten a chance to read 41. I'm a little behind in my reading due to summer schedule and not having as much time to get to the books. But hopefully I'll be able to get caught up soonish. I'm trying to plow through a lot when I do sit down and get to finally reading. So, but Detective Comics number 42. We'll see where that one leads us. Next up is Imperium number 6 from Valiant. Really enjoy Imperium. It's just a good book overall. So yeah, just looking forward to it. Next up we have Ivar Time Walker number 6. This book's okay. I don't really know if I'm going to continue with it, but we'll see. I mean, it might just end and I'll be like, alright, I'm done. So, but yeah, Ivar Time Walker number 6. Next up we have the Omega Men number 2. The preview and the first issue were okay. Hopefully this issue kind of grabs my interest a little bit more. But Ryan really likes it. I'm still on the fence whether I'm going to keep up with it. But the Omega Men number 2. Next up we have Outcast number 10 from Robert Kirkman. Outcast is okay. It's not fantastic. It's not, Walking Dead caliber, but it is in its own right really solid title. If you haven't checked it out, I do recommend it. It is a good book. But Outcast number 10. Next up is a Brian K. Vaughan book that is a miniseries, so it's not a full thing. He's still doing Saga, so I don't know how big this is going to be. But it's Brian K. Vaughan's We Stand on Guard, number 1. Know nothing about this. I'm curious to check it out. We'll see if it stays on my pull list. But We Stand on Guard, new number 1 from Brian K. Vaughan. I think it's a 6-issue mini. I'm not sure. And then last up on my pull list is Exo Man-O-War number 38. Looks like he's getting hitched. So we'll see how this goes. I think I'm a couple issues behind, or 1 issue behind on Exo Man-O-War, so I need to get caught up. But again, having a different schedule during the summer is hard to adjust to sometimes with certain things. So that's it for my pull list for this week. I did pick up a couple variants. This week it is Teen Titans Go variant month for DC, so all the variants have a Teen Titans Go feel to them. So the first one I picked up was Action Comics number 42 with Superman and Doomsday having ice cream. Just fun stuff. I mean, I have kids, they love Teen Titans Go, so, I like these covers, they're fun. Next up is Detective Comics number 42, Teen Titans cover. Looks like Batman's being harassed by a bunch of Robins, Bizarro Robins right there. Nybar is right there, and yeah, it's just funny stuff. Awesome. Then we have Green Arrow 42 with the Teen Titans Go variant cover. And last up we have Green Lantern number 42 Teen Titans Go cover. So yeah, I mean, just fun. I mean, you don't need to pick them up if you don't care. Ignore them if you want. But those are the variants for DC this month. So now we're on to the read list. These again are the titles that I pick up to check out and make sure I kind of stay current on things. First up on the read list is A-Force number 2. The big question on everyone's mind is how many times are they going to say America in this, so we'll see. Next up is Batmite number 2. I found number 1 pretty funny, so I'm going to check out number 2 in this. If you just heard a bang, it is almost 4th of July, so fireworks have been going off all over the place. Yeah. Next up is Batman Beyond number 2. Read the first one, liked it enough, so I'm going to keep going with it, see how it's going. Next up is a new number 1 from Image. It's 8 House number 1 Arc Light. I have no idea what this is about. I'm going to check it out to see whether or not it's interesting. So we'll see if this stays on the read list, and if it's interesting enough to keep talking about. So then we have a Grant Morrison title from Graphic India. So I have no idea what this is Ryan's kind of just like, yeah, whatever. Morrison did something, which is funny because he likes Morrison stuff. But this is Grant Morrison's 18 Days, #1. Yeah, well, don't check it out. See what it's all about. See if it's interesting enough. Yeah, who knows? What can it hurt? Next up is Future Imperfect, #2. The first one was great. I really enjoyed it. It's one of the better titles in the Secret Wars spin-off type, whatever fucking books they are. So yeah, so I'm looking forward to that one. Then we have Giant Size Little Marvel AVX. Yeah, this book is, if you're looking for something fun and lighthearted, this is definitely something you should check out. The Scotty Young art is cool. I know that they just announced Scotty Young pins for Comic-Con. If you go research that, it's ridiculous. There's like 28 pins they're releasing. Some are in blind packs, some you buy. I think we calculated you need like $240, $250 just to potentially get all of them. So that's a lot. But if you're down at San Diego Comic-Con and you like Scotty Young, try and snag those Disney pins that are coming out. Next up, we have Green Arrow #42. I know I picked up the variant, but sometimes I like to try and get the regular cover so you guys see what it looks like. But I really enjoyed issue 41, so I'm really excited to see where this goes. Green Arrow's been just solid book since Jeff Lemire picked it up, and my phone is on. Hold on, that's funny. So yeah, hold on 1 second. Let's see. Yeah. Well, I'm in the middle of recording. That's okay. What do you need? Okay. Alright, I'll be in a few minutes. Alright, bye. So yeah, so that was my fiance. She needs some water. She's inside. She couldn't come out and get the water herself, and I forgot to shut my phone off. So there we go. It's off. Sorry about that interruption. That's sneak peek in my life. I get water for people. Next up, we have Green Lantern #42. Again, I like to try and grab the regular covers so you guys can see them. I read 41 in the preview. It was okay. I'm curious to see where they take Hal Jordan with this whole wanted thing and him being a like vigilante lantern with that glove. I don't know. We'll see. It's not horrible, but it's not something. It's not great. Next up, we have Midnighter #2. Looking forward to this book. Read issue 1. It was great. So yeah, just good stuff overall. I highly recommend people check it out. But Midnighter #2. And then one of the big books this week is Secret Wars #4. Yeah, #4. We get #4. Like halfway through this Secret Wars stuff, and we're still getting issue 2s. Not too many 3s. And there's a lot of scheduling stuff going on with Secret Wars. A lot of scheduling stuff. So, looking forward to it. So, the main title for Secret Wars has been great. Tie-ins, not so much, but it's just I think Hickman's doing a really good job with it, and I'm curious to see where it goes. I mean, we all know where it goes. It's kind of rebooting everything in the Marvel Universe, or redoing. I don't know what they're doing. There's line-wide thing, but who knows. Next up is Star Wars Darth Vader #7. Really great title. I highly recommend if you like Star Wars to picking this up. There's just really good, solid stuff. Yeah, I mean, read it. It's fantastic. Next up we have Princess Leia, Star Wars Princess Leia #5. Out of all the Star Wars books, this is the weakest for me, but I'm still checking it out to see, if it piques my interest anymore or keeps being okay. So. Then the last up on the read list is Ultimate End #3. I mean, the second issue was okay. The first issue was what the fuck. So we'll see what issue 3 does for us. But this is I think the first issue 3 we've seen from Secret Wars. So there was a couple books that I was not able to check out this week. I'll hopefully be checking them out next week, and that is Airboy #2, which if you want to see a lot of cock. Seriously, there's a lot of cock in that book. It's interesting enough. It's funny. And then we have Groot #2, Red Skull #1, Extinction Agenda #2. That's the Secret Wars book. Years of Future Past #2. That's also a Secret Wars book. And then Amazing Spider-Man #19.1, which is I think the part 4 of that Spiral stuff, the stuff that's going on with Black Cat. Which it's weird how they've been releasing that. we did get a box completely gone from UPS figures. It contained most of our trades, so we didn't really lose any single issues, but we did miss out on getting DMZ Volume 4. That's the deluxe edition. I haven't picked up 3 except until today, so I will be picking up DMZ Volume 4. That's the deluxe edition. Those are the hardcovers. It's nice. I think there's one more coming out, or maybe 2, but you're really solid stuff. Aquaman Volume 6, the hardcover and the softcover came out today. We didn't get the hardcover, but we got a copy of the softcover. I've really enjoyed Aquaman overall, even after John's left, so I've been getting the hardcovers on that. I think I'm 1 hardcover behind, so I need to pick up number 5. And then the Guardians of the Galaxy Black Vortex hardcover came out today, but we didn't get it because it was in that box that went missing. So yeah, that pretty much sucks. But yeah, so there's a couple of trades out there. I know I don't list too many trades on here. If there's things that I think will pique your interest, I'll try and mention them here on out. But yeah, so that's it for my read list. There's a free item from Marvel this week. It's this little Secret Wars kind of punch out thing. You punch out these characters and put them on these stands and then move them around, so it's like HeroClix without a dial. I don't really know, I just picked it up to kind of show you what's available. The big free item though from this week that you should definitely pick up, and I'm hopefully, cross my fingers, going to do a quick review video on it, is the all new, all different free previews for Marvel stuff that's coming out in October. We'll see about that, but a lot of interesting stuff in here, a lot of funny stuff in here. We actually went through the entire thing on the Comics Conspiracy podcast tonight on point 1. There's 2 episodes we actually put up tonight. So if you listen to the podcast, you'll hear a little bit of my commentary on this, but I think I'm going to try and go through this, you know, page by page and kind of give you my general feeling. But it's just like a preview book, you know. It's like, hey, look what this is coming out, this is coming out, this is coming out. So if you're curious and your store got it, snatch this up. You can look through it. There's only 45 books in here, and it's rumored that they're going to have 55 to 60 titles. So that means that some titles are going to be hopefully, you know, previewed coming soon. I know She-Hulk wasn't in there, and there was another book that wasn't in there that people were like, well, isn't that book coming? Oh, Silver Surfer. Those books weren't in there, so I don't know if those are coming back, but they might be, and those might be titles that are in the announcement. So that's it. Thanks again for watching. Please like, share, subscribe. Leave comments down below. Let me know what you think. All that fun stuff. You can follow me on Twitter. My handle's @BrockSager. You can listen to me on the Comic Conspiracy podcast, which you can find at www.geekbox.net. You can download us from iTunes if you just search the Comic Conspiracy podcast. This episode we had 2 listeners on, and 2 Patreon listeners. Thank you guys. Ryan Hess and Eric Pena. Those guys went to an IGN thing this past weekend and hung out with us on Monday all day at the shop, and Tuesday all day at the shop. Monday night they stayed for the Geek Box, which you can hear later this week, and they stayed for the Comic Conspiracy tonight, so you can hear them on there and get their secret origins. So yeah, so check that out. Follow those guys. They're part of the Region Free Gaming podcast. Really cool guys. Really nice to hang out with them and talk shop and stuff. So yeah, other than that, you can help support us, the Comics Conspiracy store. If you purchase your comics through their digital storefront, just go to comicsconspiracy.biz and click on the digital link, and that'll take you to the Comixology site that is ours, and you can help support us that way. Our Patreon, which is you know, go to Patreon, www.patreon.com, and if you look for the Comic Conspiracy, I think it's even just Comic Conspiracy or something in the URL, but if you search for us, we're there. We do thank all our backers. We do appreciate it. You are awesome. Thanks. Again, hopefully I'll be able to get to a Marvel all new, all different preview video for you guys and kind of break down things and kind of what my opinion on each thing is. So we'll see if I can get to that maybe later. Well, it's Wednesday now, but later today, and hopefully get that up for you guys. So again, thank you for watching. I do appreciate it, and I'll see you next week.